And it looks all but certain he may be down to having to win his last match to sneak into the playoffs.
Cool.
That has made it for sure the 10 will play unless the 4 comes. It hasn't.
Well done. Well done. Good going. Good going.
Wow.
And the Razor, Ian Fraser, he really didn't win a big pot this whole match. It just never got going. Helpy was his nemesis there, and I think Helpy has just officially climbed over him.
I don't think I could have played any sort of heat any different with the cards that I've had, and you just got to hold your hands up sometimes and say, you know, it's on you. Like, I know I've got to win one more heat, but I can't see the way it's all been going. I'm going to win one.
Welcome back. We are 3 in the box. Jesse May here with Phil Hellmuth, who was knocked out earlier, alongside Roland DeWolf. If we can get the 2 of them to stop playing Chinese poker. And Helpy there, looking for his first win and just taking the chip lead.
Well, I'm cured.
Here we go again. Ace-10 against Ace-Deuce. And Helpy limped in with Ace-10, and this time Marcel didn't raise with the Ace-Deuce.
This is like...
Wow. Helpy was lucky again in the blinds.
Wow.
And they both hit an ace. This is unbelievable.
I'll tell you who's happy right now is Vicky Corrin. She doesn't yet know it.
Great news for Phil Hellmuth. He doesn't realize it. Wow.
Look at this.
Well,
This
that's
is
all the
just
chips,
over.
isn't it? That's all the chips.
They're all going in now, and Helpy's been very, very, very lucky
10,000
in these situations. And he's going to raise, and Marcel's going to move all in, and, you know.
I mean, if he does raise here, is there any other play for Marcel than all? I mean, it's a cold deck, right? This is just
totally cold.
Raise 20,000 more.
This is just unbelievable.
The case ace on the turn.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Yuha was very lucky. Ace-10 against Ace-Deuce. Ace-10 against Ace-Deuce again. And it comes Ace-Ace. And the blinds, he had King-10 against King-4. They both hit a king.
What is the optimal play for Les, given what he thinks Helpy's range is now? Is it to try and let Helpy bluff on the river? Is it to get more money in?
Marcel just called, and I mean,
Might
he
save
could
him
get a tie
something.
with a jack or a queen, or a 9 or a king. Wow, and Helpy's going to fill it up. Amazing.
The heart
That may save Marcel some money here, because now Yuha's not going to move all in.
There's 80,000 in the pot. He can make it expensive.
Well, if he bets something like 80,000, he's giving Marcel a chance to get out.
What is Marcel thinking right now? Is he thinking Helpy may have got there?
Marcel's thinking he probably had him beat in the turn. I mean, but weird things have happened, and if Helpy makes a big bet here, Marcel already saved a stack.
Cool.
He didn't even ask how much it was. He just felt like no matter what it was, he was going to have to call.
The same hand, can you believe that?
Oh my gosh.
Ace Deuce, Ace 10. That's unreal.
That was a... that was
To
just
me,
a hard
I hate
road.
Helpy's bet on the river. Hate it. But he got called, so I guess it looks good.
90,000.
I mean, he bet 90,000 to 80,000. It was just a
Ace-Deuce,
terrible
Ace-10
bet
again.
because
It
now
repeats the hand.
Lusk can't pay him off
Exactly.
with a king, and you can't really put him on a backdoor flush. It was a terrible bet.
Play the 39.
I think if he bets 50, 60,000, then it was a really good bet.
Are you with that, Roland?
I actually think it looks like...
10 on
Well, I
the-
mean, it doesn't look like he has the flush. It looks more like a
What
bluff
more you
or
wish.
a bigger ace. So I don't hate the bet. I think it might induce a call if he bets 60. But let's be honest. We disagree here, Phil. Marcel's pretty much going to call anyway in this spot.
It was all going very well for Lusk. Twice he's lost tons with the ace-deuce against the ace-10. The 2 big dips, erratic or unlucky.
It looks like the top 8. The top 8. And this is going to be... Tony G is already there, and Andy Black and myself. We look like we can't fall out of the top 8. Alex Kravchenko, Annie Duke,
About 100.
looking pretty
Well,
safe.
it should
Eddie
be
Scharf, looking pretty safe. And now Vicky. That means
60.
Phil,
No, it's
Ian Fraser, Yuha, Marcel, and Devilfish Elliott are fighting it out for one spot. And that's what it looks like.
I like that.
Although the Devilfish, one of the players with a game in hand, which means that
50.
unless Vicky wins,
Minor 50.
he has the chance with a win to put himself above really Scharf.
Well, I'll tell you, there'll be a lot of people watching that heat rooting for Devilfish to go out early, because a big result here could, if Devilfish goes through,
49,
then I mean with Vicky, Vicky's going to have
89.
14 points at the after this.
And here goes Juha putting the heat on.
Oh, the
He's
quick
moved
call
on
by
with
Lusk.
10-8, and Lusk has ace-queen suited, and Helpy's in bad shape, and this one he didn't have to get himself involved in.
I think
the
they're
blinds are only
87?
5 and 10,000 here.
Right.
And he moved all in basically for no reason with the 10-8. So he's gotten himself in trouble, and
It might have been that strategy thing that Roland was just talking about, Phil. He was playing, it was almost like he's trying to help Vicky out by putting the pressure on Marcel.
but it's a bad play for him, you know.
Not the
And he
best
might
one
get
for you.
rewarded. I mean, he's
Then the jack comes, it's over.
The jack, the queen, the ace. There's the ace.
and
Now
now Juha's gonna. This is a big pot for the league right here.
It's a big card. It's a big card for the redraw.
89.
In fact, I guess technically I was rooting for Helpy to win that pot,
I'm
right?
sure you were.
Okay. But I couldn't bring myself to root for the worst hand there, especially as unlucky as Lusk has been.
You're such a softie. You're such a softie, Phil.
I really am.
It could have been $100,000 in equity. And Marcel going to
There's a
sit
stake.
back now. Has the door been opened here?
Record the 10 plate.
To me, that was a big mistake
Good
by
thing is one of
Helpy.
us
I
is
mean,
only
look,
make
the
5
blinds are
points to
5 and
shoot.
10,000. Limp in with the 10-8.
Good thing.
Don't
And
give
it's
yourself
all
a
of them.
chance to lose 100,000 to Lusk and bring him back into this tournament, because I just didn't like the way Helpy played that hand. Now he put himself in jeopardy, but maybe Roland disagrees.
Call.
I mean, the thing is that he is unlucky that Marcel found such a big hand as ace queen.
And I'm honest.
You know, that's like one of the top 5% of hands. If Marcel has something between the top 10 and 30%, he's going to fold a lot of worse hands.
I don't think
a bad king, because Marcel can't afford to let the 2 points slip.
Marcel's going to play a lot of hands. I mean, Marcel's playing to win. And he's going to play a lot of hands there, ace highs and
15,000. Cool.
And look at this. Vicky's drawing absolutely dead here.
Oh, gosh.
Marcel trapped her with aces and threes.
Yep.
If a 3 or a 7 comes, a 3 comes, she's gone. If a 7 comes, she's going to lose a lot of chips.
$50,000.
50,000.
No, not really. No, not really. What is she's got it in her head here?
Well, I mean, all of the draws missed, and so, you know, were the 3s good or not? I mean, she's really thinking about making this call.
Oh my gosh.
I think she'll probably come to her senses and fold her hand here, but I'm almost impressed if she does make the call, because it shows me that she's, you know, willing to make a stand. But I think she'll figure it out.
Cool.
She's called.
Wow.
She called 50,000 with bottom pair, Roland. And yeah, I have to say she showed some guts there, but you know,
That
she must
and
now
another
not
one.
feel like she's going to win it anymore.
There you go. Happy Christmas.
Marcel trapped her absolutely beautifully in that pot. It was beautiful.
Many ways to get to China.
Well, I mean, as far as Vicky Korn's situation now, she had 11 points. She's guaranteed to have 14. You know, it's
That's the
not
middle of the
safe.
glass.
Go on there in a
Don't
second.
She's
forget
going to
to
have
go
to
in.
score points in her last
luck.
match if she goes out third here.
All in.
All in.
Ooh, that was a bit quick.
And Vicky has King Jack, and she's all in, and she's dominated.
She hates it.
Oh my God.
What can
That's
I
a cool.
do? What
But
can
here's
I do?
someone who just felt like they were going to
lucky.
win.
That's
I
what
probably
they
should
usually
bet
do,
on
yes.
Vicky's hand.
It's supposed to be my lucky
Except
day
that
today.
Roland
Yeah.
beat me
You
last
said you're
bet.
gonna win
Let's see
today.
how many jacks we can find.
She said she was going to win. Oh, and
Let's see.
you
You
had
got 3
needled
jacks and
even
2 queens usually.
harmless Vicky. I mean, who never says an ill word to
worry about
anyone. He got the needle in. You said you were going to win today, is what he told her.
Confidence.
The Iceman.
The Iceman has some needles
With all the
flying
I think
out.
they should call him the Ice Pick.
the Ice Pick. That's a good nickname.
That's okay.
That's a good flop for her.
Yeah, ace
The ace
is a
is
tie.
now an extra tie, and a 3 and a king.